Hey guys, me again. I'm just going to talk a bit in relation to Greta Thunberg, mental health, and Ryan Tubridy. Now, she has Asperger's, which is on the autism spectrum, so I'm going to use a little bit about what I know about autism to just open things up. 1 in 37 boys will be diagnosed with it, and 1 in 151 girls. Shows later in girls, so boys will be more likely to be diagnosed with it. Boys are 4 times more likely than girls to be diagnosed. ASD is now one of the fastest growing developmental disorders in the developed world. ASD is now more common, I should say, than childhood cancer, diabetes, and AIDS combined. They are big numbers. They have been taken from a reputable website. So you can take it or leave it, but they are big numbers. Also, nearly 2/3 of children with autism between 6 and 16 have been bullied both inside and outside of school. Greta Thunberg is a 16-year-old activist from Sweden. In August 2018, at the age of 15, she took time off school to demonstrate outside the Swedish Parliament about what little was being done about climate change. So we move on to Ryan Tubridy. Now, I'm not sure personally what can be said about this man, because he doesn't come across as the nicest person in any way, shape, or form. He might be a great father, but he's a useless excuse for a human being, in my book. He decided he was going to get in on the action on his This Morning show on Radio 1. That's on RTE. He expressed that he was worried about the Swedish activist saying that she shouldn't be in the spotlight. I'm presuming no person with mental health issues anywhere should be in the spotlight in Ireland or the world or wherever, because that does not suit the narrative of the HSE, it does not suit the narrative of our government, and it does not suit the narrative of RTE. I'll get to that. He talked about her face contorted in pain. Now, anyone that knows anyone with autism, or anyone that knows anything about autism, or anyone that is a parent of someone with autism will know that's normal for anyone with autism. It's also normal for them to squeal in a certain pitch, maybe have a twitch, maybe repetitively do something. Why is that? It's regulation. That's how they regulate their emotions, that's how they regulate what's going on inside of their head, so they don't go off the deep end. It's called stimming, for any of you that don't know, and I'll aim that at Ryan Tubridy as well, because he obviously doesn't have a clue about anything as regards this. She has Asperger's. I'm just carrying on what he said. She has Asperger's and is now up for grabs. No 16-year-old, a 16-year-old shouldn't be up for grabs. Now, he didn't embellish or extrapolate on that. He basically just said she's up for grabs. Now, I would like to know what that means. Who's the up for grabs from or with? I mean, who are these people? I tend to know who these people are, but that's usually people in the comments. It wouldn't matter who it was that was doing this, they would be up for grabs. You put your face up out of a crowd and you look in the opposite direction, or in a direction that most of the people behind you or in front of you are not looking, you're up for grabs. It doesn't matter. She shouldn't be put on a stage that size. It's not good for her mental health or her well-being. She should be brought home to watch a movie or go for a walk with your man there. Now, it was this end of things that really buzzed the fuck out of me. And why? Whatever about the bit that she shouldn't be put on a stage that size, because apparently in this country no woman should be put on a stage that size that is of any sort of mind other than normal. Now, then he came to the part, she should be brought home to watch a movie or go for a walk with your man there. This has been pushed by the Minister for Health, it has been pushed by the HSE, it's been pushed by the government and RTE. You may remember that they decided they were going to start dragging these people out of offices, out of the GA, that's GA, out of everything else that suffered from depression, because obviously depression is the only mental health problem in Ireland. And the only way it can be cured is by getting out and running around, and you don't need medication or anything like that. But you see, that's the unfortunate lie in all this, is that there are a lot more mental health problems than depression, and it takes a lot more than getting out and running around. I mean, you have to remember there's manic depressants out there. There's psychotic depressants out there. There are so many forms of just depression alone. Manic depression, that it can't just be cured by fresh air. This stuff does not happen. Medication is needed. It's as simple as the mental health service is on its arse at the moment. In fact, it's fallen through its arse at the moment. In my home county alone, Tipperary, there is literally no mental health service. There is a 9-month waiting list in Tipperary. There is not one mental health or emergency mental health bed should someone take a mental turn at any time. They'll be lucky if they see a psychiatrist if they deem themselves suicidal. And as regards suicide, Tipperary is the second county on a list of the 26 counties in Ireland that their suicide rates are the highest, or the second highest, behind Limerick and Limerick County. In fact, to even lessen the blow as regards the figures in Tipperary, they've decided to divide Tipperary into North and South. Now, Tipperary has been amalgamated since 2016, so their figures should show as one, not North and South. Limerick County, Limerick would be ahead of Limerick City, and Tipperary as a whole would put them in second place on that list, leaving Limerick City in third. That is atrocious for a county as big as Tipperary. Having the TDs it's had, having ex-ministers for health from this county, and nothing being done about it. No mental health, barely an A&E in the county, not even that. And as regards psychiatric units, Nina General Hospital had one built, and they turned it into an office block. So that just goes to show what they think about mental health. If someone needs a bed in Tipperary, they can't be taken in Limerick, because Limerick have their own problems. All the beds are taken. There's a waiting list as long as my arm, and the only place they can go to is Ennis, County Clare, 2 counties away. They can't even, and as regards South Tipperary, they have to go towards Waterford or Kilkenny. There is not one mental health bed in this county for people that need it. For a county with a suicide rate that is second to one in Ireland, and then you have the likes of RTE, the HSE, and the Minister for Health brushing this under the carpet, brushing mental health problems under the carpet. This is atrocious. It can't be done, but it is being. And this is what we have to deal with. So that's what I meant by Ryan Tubridy pushing a narrative that's set out by the government, set out by RTE to push it, and whatever else. So this man should be ashamed of himself. He should apologise to people of Ireland. He should apologise to the parents of kids that have Asperger's, or parents of kids that are on the spectrum. He should apologise to those people personally. Fox News fired a pundit for calling her mental health into question, saying she was ill. If Fox News can fire someone, Ryan Tubridy can at least make an apology. It isn't going to happen. He's going to go about his merry way. He's done this before without apologising. I'm not going to bring up former discrepancies by that man. But well done, Ryan. You got your airtime. You're now trending due to taking swipes at people. I'm not going to say with mental health words. I'm a father of someone with autism. They're just a little bit more, they're just different, you know. But you need to cop on with what you're saying. Simple as, we've enough problems in this country without you being another one. Again, be the bigger man. Apologise. It's not going to happen, but hey, there you go. That's RTE, that's your government, and that's this country in general. So just look, drop your comments, drop your insults, whatever, drop your debates, and I'll see you next time.